Hi guys, so welcome to Raymaf Studio. And today I will take a look at how to use Warhost retinue builder. Um, I want to remind you about the tournament that I'm organizing on the 24th of February this year in Cardiff at Antique Stores in Cardiff. There are still a few tickets available, and it would be nice to have you joined and have fun with us. Um, I'm going to follow. I'm going to go through the first tournament list I ever built. It was an event in I don't even remember where it is. Sheffield, I think, at Revolt. Here we go. Organized by Mark Vance, and I took a Templar retinue over there. It was before the Ultramar book came out. Actually, I picked up a copy of that book on the event over there. So I built the retinue using Warhost builder, and that's what I'm going to do. I hope that this video will actually, help the people who just start with Baron's War a little bit, and also, explain how to, prepare your force for the tournament that I am organizing. So I'm going to share the screen now. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so this is the Warhost website, retinue builder. You also have a free download page in here. So if you come in here, you can see that you have melee combat broken down and quick reference sheet, all the conquest, Baron's War and Ultramar tokens to print out. It's just a great page where you can get all your stuff. And I think Ultramar is actually maybe not here, but that's fine. You have Conquest and you have Baron's War tokens, and you can definitely use them to play your games in Ultramar, no problem. You will only need the exhaustion token to add to it. So that's it. And the latest FAQ and the errata is here too. So, but let's go to the retinue builder. So the first thing you have to do, if you play 700-point game, is to update the number you have in here. So we do 800, and then you can start building your retinue. So my retinue was Templar, and I knew that I want my retinue commander to be a mounted knight on the warhorse, and I wanted him to be surrounded by unit with the same weapons and equipped in the same way. So let's just do that. So I click on mounted knights, and they are 20 points each at currents as irregular, but I want them to be veteran. They just came from Ultramar on a special mission to England, and they fought in Ultramar. They fought on the way through the Europe. They are well experienced, and I want 3 of them. So let's add additional guy in there. If you can see, the statistics gonna change. If you change from irregular, and you need to roll 6 up for a successful hit. If you have a veteran, it's 4 up, and there are different other changes as well in here. So now that I have a number of my knights and their experience level selected, I go and look at equipment and abilities. I leave abilities to the end, so I'm gonna show it to you later when the whole retinue is built and I have some points left to play with it. So as they are equipped with sword, mail, and barded horse, but I would like to get a warhorse, because the difference between this two, warhorse give you two wounds and two attacks. And in my personal opinion, if you have only one unit of horses, like with horses, like I will, there is no point of having anything else but a warhorse. But that's just me. So that's the warhorse. Um, and I will give them medium shield as well. So if you'll see here, yes, they defend on 4 as they are veteran knights on war horses. They defend on 4, but if they fail that, the medium shield gives them 8 plus roll, second defense roll. So it's always good to have that second opportunity to do that. Okay, so my unit is done. And now what I would like to do is add commander to it. So I press select a commander, and I would like him to be a mounted baron. So here he is, mounted baron, 43 points as he is, but that's for irregular. I want him to be a veteran as well. He was, a comrade of the three guys. He was leading them through the hardships they had. But and at the same time, I want him to be equipped in the same way. So I do that quickly. Unequipped padded horse, equip war horse, and medium shield. So now he has what he have. But I would also like to give him command upgrades. I always do it, and I always take them all. Bannerman, he upgrades the command range from 6 to 12 inches. So let's equip him with that. Musician, he allows you to roll 2 morale dice for you and your groups within 12 inches from your boss. Allows you to roll 2 dice for morale checks and pick the highest number. So that's brilliant too. So let's equip him. And priest allows you to not take in consideration the morale dice's pip by your unit. If you lose 2 casualties, you have to put a morale dice next to you, showing how many troops are gone. And when you roll for morale, you have to add the number that is on that dice to your successful roll. So if you save on 4 and 2 of your guys died and you have 2 pips on your morale dice, you now save on 6. The priests get rid of that. So if your morale roll is 4 value, you just need to roll 4 and up. So I want that as well. And if you look at that group is already 213 points. The rule in Baron's War and also in the tournament is that you cannot have more than 50% of your troops as command groups. So at the moment I'm okay. Right, so that's it. So let's build the second unit. I want some local Templars to to be part of the retinue, the local warriors. So I want the group to be of 8 men, because I like the second. I only want 2 units of knights, and the rest of the guys can just run around and wreak havoc. But I want that specialized group of mounted of knights in my retinue. So I'm just going to use foot knights for that, and I'm going to go for group of 8, strong group of 8 knights, warriors, and they didn't come from Ultramare, so they're just gonna be regular. They've seen combat, they experienced, but they are nothing like the guys that arrived that lead their retinue. So I've got 8 guys, and they are equipped as it is in sword and mail, and I want them to have medium shield as well. So that's that. That takes my retinue points to 405. So let's add some missile weapons. And for that, I think I would like that group to include my second commander. There's a rule in Baron's War that as soon as your commander dies, the game ends, because that's what apparently had happened. If the leader of the retinue dies, the battle stops. Everybody just disappear from the battlefield. They have no reasons to fight anymore. So I'm going to use foot surgeons for that unit, and I'm going to get 7 of them as well, a bigger group 7. I'm gonna keep them as irregular. I am going to unequip the Falchion, and I'm going to unequip padded. I'm just going to keep them as they are, but what I will add is the crossbow. I'm aware now. The reason why I'm doing it because I'm aware of the points limit and what I can do, what I cannot. And usually when I play my games, my crossbowmen don't have any armor at all. So that's 7 of them. They are equipped as I want them to be, and then I will add a commander. I'm going to add a sergeant. And I'm going to equip him in the same way. He's going to be irregular as well. So let's see if I am still... Okay, so my command groups is 346, which is not, which is just under 50%, which is legal. Now, what you can see in here is that at least 10% of your max points should be green. That's the Baron's War rule that for the tournament is slightly changed. I followed the idea that Mark Vance, Andy Hobday, and George Asling developed for the tournament in Cardiff for the Grand Melee that Mark organized. Over there was like rule that instead of 10% green, you could get 10% off irregular levy. But I just decided to tweak it a little bit and see how it works, and allow you to get anyone as long as they are irregular. So you can get knights and sergeants or whatnot. So right now, with 100 and so points for my irregular sergeants, I will be okay for the tournament. I'm still not okay for the Barons War rules. But that will change because the rest of my troops going to be green, and they all going to be militant monks. And I'm going to have 3 groups of these guys. So I'm just going to click on that 3 times, and I'm going to work on each of these groups individually. 2 of them will be exactly the same. One will differ slightly. I'm going to unequip the hand weapon and add a spear to these guys. And I want 6 of them. Here we go. So that's 1 unit. These guys, I'm just going to upgrade the number of troops to 6 in both groups. So here we are. We have 706 points. Okay, so that's a little bit too much. So what I'm going to do is I am going to remove one of the militant monks. Just gonna have 5 monks instead of 6. That brings me down to 697, which allows me to actually show you how to add abilities to groups. So I'm going to add one ability to that I always use in this game. I'm going to add formidable to my commander. Here we go. Formidable equip. That brings me to 700 points. And what formidable does is that the first time when when you would lose a casualty in your command group, formidable allows you to not to lose it, basically. So if somebody was successful to kill your knight, you use formidable to deny that casualty, but it can be used only once per game. So that's it. That's 700 points. I don't have points to add to any abilities to any other groups, but absolutely fine. They already have abilities of their own. So if you'll see at this ones, like Commander is what I told you. He can update. He leads the retinue and so on. Inspire allows you to get an extra dice if you're in command range um, to um, to your defense or to your attack rolls. And chivalry is basically you are allowed to attack a group of knights even if they are not the first visible to you group, because the rule is that you have to go for the first one unless you pass the morale check. um, and knights, if they fight knights, don't have to do morale. They can just declare the fight against them. I think the cool rule in here in militant monks, right, in abilities, in Warhost is God protects, but it's actually called Fate. And that does exactly what I explained to you as the Pris upgrade. It's basically the monks don't have to take in the morale dice, pips on morale dice to consideration when rolling for morale. One more thing I would like to tell you about Warhost is that whenever you have missile troops, you have short and long range distances, and they give you some bonuses. Um, what what Warhost Builder does, it gives you only the short range number that you have to roll um, in order to have successful hit. So in here it's 5+, that's a short one. So you just have to remember that if you are further than 10 inches shooting with crossbow, you would need to roll 6 up in order to be successful. Something to keep in mind when you build your lists. And that's it, I think. So that's my Templar retinue build using Baron's War rules and Warhost retinue builder, online builder. I hope that was useful. You can play with it. It's very easy to operate. And yeah, I hope you build your list and get the ticket for the upcoming tournament. The link to Eventbrite page is down below in the description. So come and join us. It's going to be great. And yeah, maybe even I'm going to play there, depending on how many of you decides to come. So this way or another, I look forward to it. I know it's going to be amazing. So see you soon and have fun. And on Wednesday, I'm meeting with Mark actually and Ian, and we will be doing another battle report, and we will be making some more Baron's War content. So we'll keep the Raymuff Studio YouTube channel going. Thanks a lot, guys, and speak to you soon. Have a good one.